dancing when my scope like Richard Branson. Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is teasing with my Panthers. Pretty girls, you think I'm handsome, just coasting through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. I'ma keep it moving, tryna be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explode this war before I go. And that's some hours in my face way. Now it's like work for 10K, all cause it is pen gaming. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them flights straight off the plane and through the back door off the place. Then I stepped on stage to be like, see the crowd going ahead to be like. So I stepped on stage to be like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going ahead to be like. Courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehavior, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think of day is. But hey, what about it? So I stepped on stage to be like, see the crowd going ahead, they were like. So I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going ahead, they were like. Oh yeah.
Touchdown in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns, they already thrown by the size of me. I don't really give truth, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose love, but truly you suck, gon' make way for a prodigy.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions? Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. Is this what the I'm in on industry games? I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a good ass, so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless. But look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started, please give me a pardon. Cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical, this moment is pivotal. Here to beat the streets that say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy, then go get behind me. Told you I'm the best, I done said it with my chest. So for real, nobody try me.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns, they already thrown by the size of me. I don't really give truth, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose love, but truly you suck, gon' make way for a prodigy.
And I say, one for the money and two for the love. We the new era, so whoever may feel they above. Live in delusion, that's an illusion, that's absent of.
The first open back in 19. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. So these two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. Second down, back to Sanders. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. You look at the Saints defense, and they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Young's throw here on target to Hurst. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Sanders is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a 2nd down throw for Young. Flushed out right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. You look at this Carolina defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Might want to remember that third down play, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. He gets it to Thomas. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Tua going to throw. That's caught at the 3. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Young's throw taken in by Chark. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 44-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Young on third down. He's going to look deep down the field, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. From the shotgun, it's Young.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Tagovailoa to throw, and this one too low.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Dante Jackson picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. On the give, this is Hubbard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. On play action, Young. Buying time to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Looking to throw, Young. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello? And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Following the interception, Young being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
It's Young off play action. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Piñeiro is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Justin Houston. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
A 1st down throw for Young. His throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Down to the 25. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Young on the move to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Young on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Bryce Young
An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Tua now on first down. And he rifles one incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tua sets up to pass it. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's knocked to the turf right there at the 46-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 3. Again, it's Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. They'll get this out to Kamara. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get...
They've got his man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Sanders. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Sanders will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Once again with Sanders. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Hubbard will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. It's complete. Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Tua following the penalty. It's Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Down to a knee goes Young, and that should be the final act in this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away